Tap in, tap in. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Let me see where the love at. Yo, yo, what's going down? What's going down? Yo, what's up? What's up? I know it's been a minute, y'all. I'm waiting till some more people get in. How y'all feeling? How you doing? You good? It's been like a month and some change. A month and some change, y'all. I just been chilling. Just prepping for the new year. I got a lot of things coming very, very soon. Very, very soon. A lot of things I want to do still. But, man, I don't know, man. Same thing. YouTube, same thing, man. I've been seeing the same old stuff repeatedly. The same old stuff, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. As y'all come in, please hit that like button. New to the channel, I go by the name of SosoDerrick. I'm waiting till some more people get in. See if the love real. See if the love real. I can't express enough how important it is, man, to make sure your energy is right. Because mental health issues and problems is very, very real out here. Yeah, so I want everybody to understand and know that, man. I seen Kai Sanat. He was saying how he was having some mental health issues, an unfamiliar feeling that he was having. Appreciate the like. Y'all make sure y'all run the likes up. I know it's been a minute. Appreciate the love. But I was seeing that brother Kai Sanat was saying how he was having some mental health issues, man. Yo, what's going down? What's up with my people? It's been a minute. Don't get mad. I love y'all, man. Y'all know I gotta take a step back sometimes. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. I do appreciate it. Nah, but I was saying, sometimes, especially being a young man like Kai Sanat, um, how important it is, and this is part of why I say this all the time, is how important it is to slow down. Um, and don't be afraid to slow down, and nothing would be taken away from you if you slow down and take a break. This is why I do that. Um, sometimes we get to going and we just be moving, y'all. We just be moving, especially Kai tonight. He just been moving, you know what I mean? And now he's starting to develop these unfamiliar feelings because he probably have a lot more time, and now it's starting to sink in and hit him. You know what I mean? Um, this is why I say and stress this all the time, how important it is to slow down, y'all. I don't just be saying stuff. I say things like this, and I come on this platform and talk because I do care. Y'all know, if y'all know. Um, I repeat things because I know eventually somebody gonna hear it. And I understand that sometimes life, we don't take time to even grasp or get that understanding that we need to slow down. We just been moving. You know what I mean? Especially these young men and women out here who's in this content space. Um, they feel like, man, if I stop or if I go for a month or if I go for this, that, I might lose something or I might miss out on something. No, you won't, because I say it all the time. If people support you and they really care about you, they gonna be there with you. You know what I mean? I won't support nobody that I don't have, the best interest in them. And this is what a lot of young brothers and sisters have to understand, that's in this content space, is that it's nothing wrong with slowing down. There's nothing wrong with taking time out for yourself to get your mental right, because you're not going to be able to keep giving that same energy. You know what I mean? And that's what's going on. I feel like personally with Kai Cenat is that now everything is hitting him. Yeah, he wanna do a lot of things, of course, but now he been moving and doing, his streaming with all different kind of things he been creating, and now it's hitting him that he got a chance to slow down a little bit. Is that I want to do more. You know what I mean? And sometimes, or I haven't did enough. You know what I mean? And that's because we don't give ourselves that time. If people gonna support you, if people gonna love you and care about you, they gonna be there a month from now. You know what I mean? They gonna be there. Look at all the greats who been in the industry or in any type of entertainment space. They're not constant. You don't constantly see them, but people show up and show out for them because they have genuine love for them. You're not missing out on nothing if you need to slow down. You're not a robot. You know what I mean? You're not a robot. If you want to take a month, if you want to take a two weeks, and take a break in the content space, especially doing this content, because it can be it can have some wear and tear on your mental. You know what I mean? Do so. You know what I mean? But when you come back and do the same thing even harder. You know, this is why, like I said, I take those hiatus breaks. It ain't because I fell out of love for content. It ain't because I don't want to speak on certain things. It's because I understand how important it is to take time out, and I want to be that example for you all. This is I can't say nothing and not practice what I preach. You know what I mean? And that's why I've been gone for a month. Not only that I'm developing new ideas and things like that, but like I said, it's important for us to slow down, however long that may be. Um, and just um, don't stop working, but continue to work, continue to work in silence. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, it's a lot of people out here that's gonna have those problems, mental health problems, because they keep moving and keep grooving. They get the fame, they get the notoriety or whatever like that. They get the money, all that, and just to realize however many years down the line, wait, I haven't got a chance to sit in this new house that I bought or purchased. You know what I mean? I haven't got a chance to spend enough time with my family and stuff like that because I just been moving and grooving. Don't that's why I say, man, that's why I like to call myself the industry best friend, or the culture of the voice, because I'm just a friendly reminder. That's it. I don't want nothing. I just want to remind you that you are human. You know what I mean? Remind you that it's okay to slow down. Remind you it's okay to try to understand these new feelings that you having, trying to find a new, it's a lot of things that I know, especially for these. It really does. It's really not an age on. There's really not an age on. Um, Still, learning things, because even to this day, I learn things as people older than myself. They continue on. You never stop learning things, and we always need somebody to be that reminder if we don't get a chance to be that for ourselves, man. Because of this thing called life, we really don't have any choice, it seems like, but to keep moving, you know. And like I said, it don't necessarily have to be a month. It doesn't necessarily have to be 2 weeks, but take time out for yourself, even if it's a day or two, for you to read your favorite book or do whatever you like to do, man, to slow down and get away from some, whatever you're trying to do, because you're not gonna miss nothing. You're not gonna miss nothing, and whoever gonna support you, they gonna continue to support you. If not, it is what it is. They wasn't for you in the first place, and that's all I be trying to do, y'all. Is I be trying to be the reminder for those who need reminding. You know what I mean? And also at the same time, practice what I preach. I don't never want to give y'all nothing or no false information or say something that I don't do for myself. It got to make sense. If it doesn't make sense for me, then it wouldn't make sense for you. You know what I mean? And that's it, man. That's all this thing called life is about, is just being a reminder for for each other. You know, um, it doesn't mean it doesn't. We all human, man. We all human. We all got feelings. You know, and if Kais and I ever heard this, or somebody know this brother personally, tell that brother it's okay to take time out for yourself. It's okay to feel like you feel something different, feel something unfamiliar as far as your mental. Because if you ain't hurting nobody and you ain't doing nothing, and you haven't been personally, Kais and I haven't seen him do anything, hurt anybody or nothing like that. Then try to understand these new feelings that you having, because it's just a better version of yourself and what you already been. You know what I mean? It's okay to take that time out. It's okay to slow down. Whatever that may look like for you, but understand it's to listen. Just listen to that consciousness, that voice, that little birdie in your head. If it haven't failed you now, it ain't gonna fail you later. And that's for everybody. That's for all of us. For all of us to understand that if your consciousness, or you been every time you listen to that little birdie, my mom call it, and it haven't failed you yet, it ain't gonna fail you ever, as long as you continue on to listen to that. And God gave us all that. A lot of us just choose to not listen to that. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, y'all. As far as the content space that I've been seeing and all this stuff, these dudes on these podcasts, it's a lot of the same things, a lot of the drama, a lot of the false narratives. It's a lot, I will, like I said, I will be back. I will be talking about those things that I seen, and the new things that comes up. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I want to do some new things. Hopefully you all support that. Like I said, if you don't know, I've been in the process of writing a movie. Um, I'm in the process of trying to write a book. I actually been writing a movie and a book for some time now, and that's what I'm doing, y'all. I appreciate those who came in and gave me the like and showed me that they still here. even if it was for a brief moment, it doesn't matter to me. I appreciate the love. Like I said, man, I'm just trying to be that reminder. That's why I call myself the voice of the culture, man. I understand that it's hard to believe, to really believe that it's somebody out here who really want your best interest, even if they don't know you, but it's true. You know what I mean? Um, I want the best for everybody, anybody who's not intentionally harming people out here. And that's it, man. Like I said, man, if you're new to the channel, I go by the name of SosoDerrick. I will be back very, very shortly. Y'all know the new year is coming in. The new year coming in, I meant. So it's gonna be some more content, some more exciting things like that coming. Some more professional looking content coming, on the pre-records and things like that. I'm still gonna say it, what I say. I'm still gonna do what I do. I'm still gonna try to knock down these narratives. And like I said, I love those who appreciate it or care to listen. None of y'all who be tapping in with me, and you really don't have to come in and listen. You really don't have to hit the like button. You really don't have to subscribe to the channel and things like that, but you do. And I appreciate y'all for doing that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what it is, man. For real, for real. I just had to take, that mental break. I just have to practice what I preach. So for sure gonna be back soon. For sure gonna be more content. Don't give up on me. I'm definitely never gonna give up on y'all. And I appreciate y'all, man. For real, for real. It takes a lot to sit down and listen to anybody or look at anybody. You know what I mean? That's taken away. That's your energy that you giving to me. And hopefully I'm able to reciprocate some positive energy back to you, and give you some insight on some things, man. This thing called life is hard for us out here, and it's hard, man. I seen I seen this football player. I forgot the brother name. Um, unfortunately took his life away or things like that, man. I just want y'all to understand, man, that for those who listen, man, you can always talk to me, bro. Like, I know you don't know me and all that stuff, bro, but I say it all the time. I just want to be your ear, man. I just want to be your ear, um, because I know how I feel. I know how I feel not to have nobody to talk to. And when we hear and see things like this, man, we gotta not allow that to, you know, allow it to be the norm for us. You know what I mean? We have to stop allowing that to be the norm. You know, it's not normal, bro. It's not normal that people out here, um, hurting other people, taking people lives. It's not normal that you may have those crazy thoughts in your head of maybe possibly doing something to yourself. You need somebody to talk to. You know what I mean? You need somebody to talk to. Um, First and foremost, I will always say talk to God. First and foremost, talk to God. Secondly, don't be afraid to talk to the person who's willing to listen. Um, and if you feel for whatever reason you don't got nobody to listen to you, you can always hit me on IG at SosoDerrick and we can talk, man. I can FaceTime you or whatever like that. I will be doing uh I will start be doing very, very when I come back with the pod talks and stuff like that, once I get my stuff set up, I will be doing like live calls, so y'all can talk to me live or whatever. I don't know if y'all interested in that, but I will be putting my number out, and we could chop it up about, different topics and things like that. You know what I mean? So I will be doing that very, very soon. I seen a lot of brothers out here um, that's actually doing that. A lot of people troll them, but first person I actually seen personally on a personal, like I actually seen 600 doing that. People be calling dude, be trolling him all day, but they appreciate that. I seen 600 doing that. Like I said, man, I enjoy. I watch these. Like I'm a fan of these brothers. You know what I mean? Content. You know, but I'm also not gonna be, if I see my brothers doing something wrong or stepping out of bounds. I'm going to speak up and try to get them, hopefully get them something to think about. Tell them, hey, bro, you could have went about that a different way. And I may say it aggressively, but that does not mean. I think a lot of people get me misunderstood on this platform, bro. Like, let me just make something clear to anybody that I brought up anything about. I never want to say I dislike anybody, because I can't come on this platform and say, oh, I said this about this person and I dislike that person because of this and that. Bruh, I, obviously I took the time out to watch whatever you was doing. Therefore, that doesn't mean what's going down. That doesn't mean I don't dislike these people that I'm having certain topic conversations about. Um, if I'm watching them, I'm giving them my energy. Therefore, I don't dislike them. I don't know these people from a can of paint. We gotta stop acting like we did. Like, I see a lot of people out here who have these conversational pieces, and they be really like disliking these people. Like, they don't even know these people. Like, bro, if I'm just trying to be a reminder, bro. That's it, bro. I'm just trying to be a reminder that maybe you should think before you put that out, especially if you have a certain reach of people on your platform. Maybe you should think a little bit. That I don't dislike these people. I don't know these people. Whack 100, anybody like that. I don't dislike these people. Blueface. I will tell them. I will speak my mind on things. This we got to start doing and saying, bro. Doesn't mean I dislike these people, bro. I don't know these people. I'm just a reminder. I'm really on here to just remind people maybe we should go about that a different way. And we can see the same results, bro. We can see the same results if we go about it differently. That's it. You know what I mean? Same results. Just do something different and you going to see the same results. But I think a lot of people get caught up with trying to see that instantaneous, that quick result. You know what I mean? That quick you know viral quick clips and things like that, bro. Like, bro, like, if you just take your time out, if you just take your time and try to do something different versus doing what everybody else is doing, the results gonna feel much better. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't dislike these people. Hassan Campbell, I don't know this brother from a can of paint. Talked about him times. Never talked about him. Had a conversational piece about him, saying maybe you should have did this. You probably should have did that aggressively, because sometimes we need that aggressive talk. You know what I mean? Does not mean I dislike Hassan Campbell. I watch his content. Um, who else? Adam 22. Don't mean personally. I feel like them brothers who on his show, probably can do it. You've been doing it by yourself. Probably could do it better, but whatever. I don't know their financial situations. I don't dislike Adam 22. I don't dislike these people. Let's make this clear. You can't dislike, logically, you cannot dislike somebody if you don't know these people personally. So this is not a personal. I look sweet. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna give you some attention because you. Please don't, bro. I don't want no problems. I love you. But personally, I don't dislike these people. You know what I mean? Just because you talk about somebody doesn't mean you dislike. I never come on here and try to tear nobody down, bro. Never. You know what I mean? Never try to tear nobody down. We got to get out of that, doing that, bro. Like, we ain't all the toughest person in the world. Like, it be dudes on here that I know for a fact ain't like that for real. Or if they is like that, I'm talking about drama. I'm at my house. I'm in my home. The place I resign in. I'm at the crib, man. You want some attention, so I'm gonna give it to you, bro. But I love you though. Thanks for the comments. I really appreciate the comments. Even the negative ones. Even the negative ones. But and I will be doing, you know what I mean, some open calls. Like, I think that's a great idea. So we can talk. You can call me whatever you want when you talk to me for real. I will be doing calls when I come back with the pod, you know. But this is a lot, you know, like I said, man, it just, it's not realistic, bro. I be seeing these brothers overly upset, overly upset about a lot of people, man, and be calling these people out their name, be helping creating narratives of these people and things like that, versus talking about what these people done. You know what I mean? That's all we should be doing on here. You know, trying to stop the false narrative, not create a false narrative for clout. A lot of these people on here, a lot of people just be creating narratives, false narratives for clout, and that false narrative that you are here creating can potentially cause harm to somebody. Just like, for example, and I've been saying this for a long time. I just seen Cardi B, I forgot who she was talking to on the interview, but how she was saying that this is why I say you got to be careful with what you say about people, right? Because whether you whether you think it's so entertainment purposes and all that, but when you make a whole video creating false narratives on somebody, you can potentially, in real time, in real life, these celebrities, anybody really, but I'm saying, I'm speaking for celebrities because I feel like nobody got their back, so I got everybody back, but I'm speaking on them because they the ones that we see creating these false narratives that can potentially cause financial troubles in their life. Therefore, you are causing real harm, real problems in their real life in real time with you creating a false narrative on the internet. To the point she was like, man, people, lost deals and all this stuff like that. See, you taking money out that woman, you know what I mean, mouth, and she got people to feed and things like. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. This is why I said I come on here and say, bro, you gotta be careful with creating these false narratives, bro. You know what I mean? Because you wouldn't want nobody to do it to you. It's just that simple. Clout, fame is not that deep, bro. If all it take for somebody who really rock with you, that's in position to see that you doing something different and doing something positive and push you out there and say, hey, I rock with such and such, that man, go support him. And that's all it take, bro. It don't take you trying to create a false narrative on somebody that can potentially harm somebody, bro, because you want to go the easy route, because you want that quick fame, you want that quick notoriety or whatever. It's not that deep. It's not that deep, bro, because what you doing is called not only you causing you're making a real enemy when you come on here creating narratives that can potentially take food off somebody's plate, making them lose deals. People don't want to endorsement deals and sponsor deal, whatever. They don't got creating narratives to the point where people outside of the internet start to believe the narrative that you create. Therefore, they don't want to work with these individuals because the narrative had grew so large that now these people don't even want to mess with them. And now you taking food off their plate for from feeding the people that they need to feed and stuff like that. This is why you need to be careful. This is why, bro. I'm just being a friendly reminder. That's all I'm saying, bro. Because I wouldn't want nobody to do it to me. So why would I do that to somebody? You know what I mean? That's common sense. It's that simple, y'all. It's that simple. I don't want to quit. If you gonna rock with me, you gonna rock with me. I don't need to come on here trying to tear somebody down or create a narrative. Let me get the fame. Let me talk about people kids. Let me do this. Let me do that. And you hurting people whether you understand it or not. You think these people don't hear it. You think the people that they can potentially be working with doesn't hear these things, and then your narrative grow and grow and become bigger and bigger to the point where the everybody in the real world start to believe it, and then you got these companies and people looking at them. Well, I don't want to work with. How would that look on me if I work with you and everybody saying the same thing about you? Now you taking food out of these people play. Now, yeah, I don't blame Cardi B from suing. I would did the same thing. You lied on me, and now you got people believing this lie. Yeah, I'ma sue you. More celebrities should do it. I'ma sue you. Yeah, because you lying. You created a whole lie on me. You created that lie that somebody else saw and believed it because you said it. Now this person, whoever believed that person, because they watched that's how narratives spread. This is how lies spread. This is how false narratives spread around the world. Because somebody that's like me coming on here and somebody who rock with my content watch Derrick say something crazy about such and such. Now they go make a content because they content creator and say something crazy because they saw Derrick said it, and now whoever watched their content say, you see how it keep on going and never stop. But the person who started don't care because they getting paid, they getting the attention. They don't care about who they potentially harming. They don't care about who they potentially be harming in these false narratives that they create. And that, like I said, bro, and the problem is that a lot of our problems is that real conversations, people are afraid to have real conversations with people. People are afraid to have real conversations with people. Therefore, the problem never gets handled. Now, real friendship, but you will never know because you don't want to have that conversation. You instantly think that it's going to be something bad. Yeah, it might start off bad. It may start off bad. Y'all may have words, but that's how anything starts. You never know where that can lead to. Whether it lead to y'all being cool or not. But now y'all playing on even playing field. Y'all on even ground. You know what I mean? Get off the what live? No, what you talking about? Think you need to like delete that and go spell it again. But or retype it in the comment section. I think I know what you tried to say, but yeah. But this is how things keep growing. You know what I mean? And that this is what people don't understand, man. People just don't understand that. They don't understand it. They don't care because they getting paid. That's all they care about is getting paid. They don't understand nothing. Nothing. And no, and if they did understand it, they just don't care because it's beneficial for them. Bro, what a way to live. I wouldn't want to live my life on lies. I wouldn't want to live a life where I'm tearing people down. You know what I mean? Um, just for the sake of me getting some money, just for the sake of me getting attention. I don't want to live no life like that, man. And I encourage everybody. I encourage everyone to do the same. Don't live no life like that, bro. You know that's not a life to live, man. Where you make a living off of tearing people down. You know what I mean? Because eventually it's gonna catch up with you. Whether it's you understanding the damage that you done or God putting that whooping on you. You know what I mean? It's not that deep. It's not that deep, y'all. It's not that deep, man. You know, I don't want nothing that's not good. That's not I don't want none of that, bro. And I stand on that, bro. Like I'm gonna do it the hard way. You know, the best way to do it. You know, so I can appreciate everything, you know, under knowing that I didn't do nothing wrong to receive the things I've received. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't tear nobody down, you know, and that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard, but it's gonna feel really, really good when it happens, you know, and that's what it's about. But listen, y'all, I'm about to go. I appreciate those who tapped in. If you like the live stream, I appreciate it. Uh, Cause like I say, man, I understand that you need have to like it. You need have to listen to me. You know, and those who tapped in and left, I love you. If you watch it later, I love you. There's no love lost. I will be back soon. New content coming soon. We gonna be tearing down these false narratives. Like I said, when I come back, I will be doing calls, so you can call me and we can talk about what we need to talk about. Shout out to 600. I seen him doing that. I think that was a great idea. I'll let you get you whatever you want to get off your chest, you know. And I'm gonna fight the negative with the love, and that's gonna be forever, you know, cause that's gonna make me feel good. I don't get nothing out of tearing nobody else down. I really don't. And I don't want that for you. You know what I mean? And listen, I'm always say the same thing. Y'all know if you know, you know. I'm always say the same. I'm going to always say the same thing no matter where this thing called life take me, whether it's a different platform, the same platform, whatever. I'm always going to say the same thing because I understand I understand how important it is for us to hear this sometimes because we do not hear it enough. But if nobody told you today, I want to be the first one to tell you is that I love you. And I mean that for real. You know what I mean? I really, really genuinely mean that. You have a nice day, night, morning, whenever you may see this, whatever time zone you may be in. I love you.